Hello everyone and welcome to Tristonia. The game is SimCity 4 and today I am gonna build, I'm just gonna remove that because we don't need those anymore, I don't think. I'm gonna build my name is Ribbert, by the way, and this is one of my builds. I'm gonna build some more rail around here because this rail line coming in over here, I kind of wanted to connect to one of these at least, but I'm not sure how easy that will be. I'll have to try some things out. This mountain is gonna change it. I wanted it to be a bit more rounded maybe, and not as steep over here. So I'm gonna see what I can do about that. And somebody commented at some point about maybe doing a hydro dam or something like that. So I started looking and I found a hydro dam. So I think I'll just try to build something with that and see what it looks like, and maybe I will think that it looks cool enough and I'll keep it. And will this work? Let me just see if this will work. This doesn't want to be flat. It shouldn't be. Oh, it's touching that one. Yeah, the idea was to make a split off here. And then a viaduct here. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Alright. I'm just derping around with the rails here. It wants to do that now? Yeah, but it takes over this flatness because this is fixed. Alright. Well, at least this looks a bit better than the weird cliff I just created. So I can't do a split off here. Maybe do one down here. Yeah, that probably makes more sense anyway. Alright, I don't want to derp out these rails, so in order to prevent it changing, I'll just put a pet mole there and see what will happen to the terrain. Doesn't really like this terrain too much, which is understandable. This is pretty derpy terrain. I can use maybe a highway here. Okay. Let's just see how this, what would that do? Okay. Alright, let's just see if I can even drag this, because it might be derped by the angle of that rail. Yeah. What if I remove this? Okay, so it did change it microscopically, but that's fine. There's a lot of traffic coming down here. It's not too much though. These roads have a capacity of 3,000, I believe. I'll need to keep a gap here because this is not the same height. Can I just make a split off here? Is that even a thing? I don't think that's a thing. Oh wait, it is a thing. Is it also a thing in this direction? Maybe it's because it's not going absolutely flat. Yeah, this terrain is still derping out a bit, so I'll just turn on the grid to see what I'm working with. Let's see. Okay, it's this corner. I should probably time-lapse this, but I'm gonna be a bit lazy this week because I'm already super late on this video, and so I'm not gonna do too much. I think I'll do this real bit and then I'll start building the dam and see how that works out, and hope my game doesn't crash in the meantime. Okay. Doesn't want to do that. Yeah. Maybe I can do some. Yeah, but then I'll be derping that whole cliff out. Let's just see what happens here. Alright. I don't really want to do that one. I'll just do this manually then. So I want this to be a lot closer to the level. So I can just use the roads. Let's just do something like this for now. And do something like this for now. Okay, that's a very high level. Let's grab a lower one. Let's see if I can drag some rails. Let's first of all rebuild what I already have here. That's not how that was built, because this is a different band now. Yeah, I believe how this was built was something like that. Yeah. If I want to do one of those over there, I'm gonna need to flatten that out as well. So I'll just make this whole bit here a bit flatter. This might still be way too steep and all. And need these probably. So okay, that's a lot better now. How did I do the trick? I think it was something like this. Yeah. Alright. Now let's just see. Can I even get to this height? Could try to do the... Okay, it went up a bit. Just need to get this to kind of conform somewhat. Alright, that's a lot better. This might be a possible one. Ah, so close. Maybe if I drag it from the other side first. Okay, it doesn't want to. Oh yeah, that's a pretty big height difference there. So, alright, what I'll try now is to see if I drag it from the other side, if it will make some steeper inclines, to see if that will make it better. Do I want to do these? Well, I can't do two of them, I don't think. And it kind of looks weird now, right? And it probably even reduces... Oh, no, it seems like it can actually do the height thing now. Yeah, okay, this looks pretty good, though. Do I want to force this to be one of these? Because then it might not work. Yeah, because these tend to be absolutely flat. So I can just do normal corners, right? I'll just do normal corners. Pretty close. Maybe this can be steeper, I don't know. Maybe, probably nothing over there to be gained. Wait, why did it do that? Oh, because it wants to be flat then over there, and that means the whole curve needs to curve back. Yeah, this might just be a fool's errand. Is there any way? Yeah, I could just do a sharper corner here. Okay, that doesn't look like what I wanted it to be. Let's use some of these. Alright, it did a thing. I'm not sure it's the thing I wanted it to do, but yeah, it really wants to go up there. So what I'll do is put a panel here and then just reduce the height and see. No, that's not right. I need it to be like that. Yeah, this should work, right? It appears to work. It's not absolutely smooth. See, there's a little bit of a kink, but I can ignore that. I hope you can too. This is a weird open spot, but whatever. Is it whatever? I guess. I'll just put some trees down at some point over there. Alright, so now this is also connected to the other station. I might still want to do a bit of a cross track then. I don't need to go from this one to that one that is available over there, so I'll need to go from that one to that one. Don't know if those things are possible without... it's not very smooth. Maybe there's a better one. Turnout pieces, I believe is... yeah, this would be what I'm looking for. Can I make it do the thing? It only wants to go in that direction, not in the other one. What if I go from this side? Yeah, it's really hard to see what I'm even looking at. Yeah, it doesn't want to do that. But I could do the other one. So let's just do it like that, and I suppose it's just a relatively low speed junction there. A bit of a intersection point. This means that from this track they can get to that station, the other track as well. So most of it's connected now. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Then the next couple of things. I want a station here, because it makes sense to me to have a station there. And I'll just use one of the rural stations, because I think they look pretty nice. Small oppas. Let's see if I can make a combo with this. So I need a oppas and parking. I think this one is the one with the road. I don't really want that because I don't want to make a crossing there. So I'll look for one that says oppas and parking. So a very small station here, which is fine by me. And I wanted to do a station over here as well, because that seems to make sense to me. So what I'll do is drag some road here in order to have like a relatively flat area. It's not absolutely flat, of course. The oppas, I think I want a 3x1 if we have those. Shelter and parking. Alright, so that's a sheltered one. Do we have something that fits nice with that? Keep clicking the wrong thing. And this one's with shelter. But it's like the same in terms of directions. Tunnel. That looks weird. I'll look for a shelter over here. Medium shelter. Yeah, I can make this look like this. Wait, okay, because it's not really flat. it looks weird regardless. Could I just make this flat without having to redo the whole rail thing? Yeah, I think I can. So what I'll do here is try this, yeah. Make a bunch of flatness, and now I need to look for a way to connect this. So almost wants to do that. Maybe it's because of the angle the thing has over there. It does want to do that, so if I just delete that then... Oh! I did not expect that to happen. But anyways, it's connected. And I have a space for a station. So that was a bit inefficient, I suppose. And now I have to scroll all the way back down. Shelter... not Oppas. Let's do the one with the parking, with the building then. Over there, and the other one on the other side. Which was one without the parking. I think it was a 3x1 though. Yeah. And then I'll use some pet malls here in order to connect it. I could maybe do some decorative pet malls. Yeah, some of those benches seem to make sense to me. And a bus stop in order to connect it all more easily. Bus stops aren't... Oh, that was a mistake. Bus stops are here. Just build one of those, it's fine. Okay, this needs power. Let's look at the power grid for a second. You'd say it has power, but it does not. But if I just put 2 small shops here, it's fine. And maybe some water. Oh, it has water. Alright, so that's that. Next up is a dam project. Now, a hydroelectric dam normally has a river of some sort. Let me just save here. In case I crash, this is where I will cut and paste the new bit, but we'll see if that happens. I'll probably talk about it. For now, let's just see what we can do here. So we have a relatively flat area around here, which will be the lake, I think. Maybe something like a bit of a river coming in here. A lake with a little stream going up the mountains. Somehow, maybe a bit of a meandering stream. Some waterfalls and whatever. Yeah, the exact layout will be something for a future video. But let's imagine for now that there's a... I'm gonna use the highways to create something that isn't too steep. Okay, maybe they are too steep, because this is pretty steep. Okay, I'll use some rails maybe to simulate how steep a river would flow. I don't know if that's smart, but we'll see what we end up with. Cancel. Cancel. So I'll just make a 5 wide river here and do some of that for the embankments. Yeah, this area looks a bit weird. And I think in part that's because when you terraform it prioritizes the bottom left corner from this perspective, or the leftmost corner. So when I terraformed this, it didn't terraform those edges. Maybe that's what's happened. I kind of wanna put a flat piece somewhere there. So what I'll do is make a flat piece on the sides, then use some highways to make this look a bit less weird, maybe. Although I don't know if that will change things too much. What if I do some... okay. Let's pet mold this one up. Use a highway. I'm micromanaging this way too much. Alright, let's just assume this is not weird. It's weird, but whatever. I'll do some terraforming at some point. So we have a river coming in like here, which will then end up in a flat area. So what I want to do is transition this slope into some flatness. Alright. And I'll probably make it like a bit circular. Or yeah, semi-circular I suppose. And then I'll make this whole bunch flat so it becomes a big lake. Let me just use these because they're cheaper. I think lakes tend to have a certain roundness to them, so I'll try to make it somewhat round without it being an absolute circle, of course, because that might look weird. I think that might be a good one. Let's just do some like that maybe. Yeah, so it's still higher than these bits. And I think a riverbed would tend to flow down into the river. Over here I'll probably do a stream bit or whatever. Height is too high over here. Maybe this one will do it. Filled smoothing terrain. Okay. What am I going for here? I think I'll make it a bit more like this. Could just use the filled smoothing terrain edges. Alright, this will be the shape of the lake, and this will be... well, this will be maybe... yeah, so I need to find a good spot for the hydroelectric dam now. Maybe this is a good spot, I don't know. I think this is actually a better spot. But let me just show you what it looks like. It's not a perfect dam that you would dream of when thinking of a hydroelectric dam. It's a bit small, and it's meant to work with the pack ponds, the SimPack ponds, but there's some issues with the texture. It uses an older texture than the pond kit I'm using. I just luckily got a pretty decent height over there. It seems to be floating a bit though. Or is that just me? I think I want to flatten that one out as well. But it doesn't want to flatten that out. I'll just do some of this. Yeah, and then this clips it a bit. And then maybe you have this clip it a bit. So it's like jammed in between the cliffs. And I don't know how I'll terraform that, but yet there's gonna be a road over a cross or a street, whichever one fits my fancy. Alright. Yeah, I think this is generally what I'm gonna go for, so I'll save now. Welcome back, I've just saved. Over here I'll want to use the pack ponds and some of their thingies to simulate a bit of a foggy cloud thingy. So let's look at those. So there's these. Now this says people on dam output, but it's very underwhelming. I'll just let you look at it. And there's a turbulence here, which is a bit better. But I found one that actually fits a lot better. I think it was this one. Yeah. And I've been experimenting with it, because you could do something like this. And maybe if you then do those over there as well, it looks a bit good. Maybe if you put these ones downwards. Yeah, alright. I think this looks the most convincing of all the things I've seen. The one downside, wait. Can I just do it like that? Is that... Yeah, that seems reasonable, because now I can use the edge pieces for the ponds without... what's going on with the direction of these? Huh, okay. I guess it's in a flow direction, something like that. Yeah, so this height is too low, because it seems to go underneath it. Let's try elevating it by 7.5. Don't know if this will break things too much. 7.5 is too much, I think. Do we have a fiver? So let's try to achieve 2 meters. So what I'll do then is go up 10 meters, down 8 meters, and see how that looks. Don't know how realistic those let's use a Padmol piece to not get derped. Don't know how realistic those measurements are compared to real life meters. I think this is very close to what I'm looking for here. And I'm very scared of the game crashing right now. Because I did some experimenting, of course, else I wouldn't have known all these things. I think those are the ones it's using. And right now it looks a bit weird, but the cloud should come and then it looks a bit better. Maybe it's too much. Let me know if you think it's too much. Or don't. You don't have to let me know. I think this looks alright. Maybe a bit of decoration over here. Alright. Now up here I'll say show you what I meant by it not being completely compatible. You can see this water texture, it's just a little bit different. At some point they changed to like a transparent kind of thing, where you could see the bottom. And maybe I just don't have the right thingy, but there's like a little bit of a difference there, but whatever. Let's just not stare at it too long. At least the edges do work pretty well. Over here I want the inner corner. And then, yeah, let's try to shape out this lake. Maybe start at the river. I think the trees won't look as good on the slopes. So I'll just use the ones here. Okay. I guess the river is gonna be... well, let's just... transfer the slope, right? So I think that might look okay. Seems okay to me. Oh, maybe I've gone one too out too far, yeah. Alright, I'll just do it over there then. Sorry for my derps. I hope you're not too annoyed by them. Outer corners first. That's one, and that's one. I don't think I've done that side yet, so let's do that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. I think that rotated, yeah. It rotated on me. Alright. That would be swoop, swoop, swoop. Outer corner, outer corner. Don't know how this will look yet. I think what I'll do is keep a bit of a gap here for the road to go like swoop. Might do a diagonal actually. 1, 2, 1, 2. Something like that, maybe. Then keep some here for some greenery and maybe smoothing out the slope. So that means yeah, I think I have the information I wanted. I'll just do it like that and make some decorations over there, maybe some shops for tourism. I don't know if tourism is a thing near dams. Suppose there's some people that are always interested in big civic works, like a dam. Alright, let's do the inner corners next. Yeah. And some of these might glitch out. Like over there a bit. I can always decorate it with some plants or whatever. Don't worry about it too much. You can get away with a bunch of glitches in this game. And whatever you build, you don't need to have it look perfect from every single angle that you can look at it. And this is just, oh, I think these two rotated. I thought they were aligned the right direction. Alright. Yeah. So let's just do the edges now. And this is just a system that I came up with to keep things structured for me. You might not like this idea, and you can just do whatever you want. I forgot one over there. And maybe this lake doesn't look realistic, but I suppose dam lakes are generally man-made, which is why I don't really go for the most natural looking lake. Oh. One of them rotated on me. I think having the roads is derping it out a bit, so let's just delete those roads and rails. Yeah, that's almost all the edges done. It's a bit like making a jigsaw puzzle. For those of you who've ever try-harded a jigsaw puzzle, I'm not really a fan of jigsaw puzzles or whatever, but we used to have, like, whenever it was Christmas or whatever, we had these times when we just pulled out a big giant jigsaw puzzle and just as the family together ended up doing the jigsaw puzzle. And we were a bit of a bunch of tryhards when it came to jigsaw puzzles. So what we tended to do was just sort all the pieces first. So we'd have all the corners and edges in separate piles, and then we'd sort them based on their shapes, and then we would sort them, well, at first we would then connect all the edges and then sort them based on like which area of the puzzle they would most likely inhabit. So all the sky pieces would be together, and then for instance, if you had one that featured a forest or whatever, then you'd have different colors of trees together. And then yeah, that just made because doing a jigsaw puzzle is a pretty big task, I think it is. But having a bit of a method to your madness like that, I think I'll actually scooch this over so I can do 2 smooth bends. Like that. Looks kinda cool. just like that we have a hydro dam. I don't know how long this video is going for right now, but let's just talk about where this river is gonna go. And the reason why this is a lot smaller is because you want high flow situation here. So this bit is generally deeper, a bunch deeper than the intake, and then has a faster rate of flow, so the turbines are more enticed. But then later on it will spread out more because yeah, the terrain just follows their own. They don't dig out the river all along the way, they just transform it on a certain spot. But yeah, that's a dam. Yeah, so now we see here this is a very weird looking lake. So let's just decorate it for the rest of the video. Maybe I can actually use some of these sands. Let's just do the dark one. See if this works. Can I zoom in more? No. Does this work? Can I actually decorate it with this? No, it doesn't work. That's too bad. Maybe the pack ones work better, because they do tend to be a bit bigger. What I could just do is use some of the plants, right? Okay, my scroll wheel's having some issues here. Let's start with some rocks here and there, maybe. I'll just sprinkle some rocks around. They look weird now, but I think they'll look okay later. And in order to break this, I'll just do some rocks like that, and then some rocks like that, something like that. I hope they will look a bit better later on. And maybe something like that. And you don't need to have your entire embankment be a bunch of rocks. And you can just put some rocks in the water as well. Maybe these aren't the right rocks, because that's also these kind of rocks. Those probably look a bit better. But yeah, I think I should be able to zoom in here. Yeah. Try to not make it super glitchy. That's what I'm doing here. Oh, I had one that wasn't glitched. Yay. And that one is glitched. Okay, that's not. Oh, yeah, cool. I don't know how straight I want this to be. I think it makes sense to have a bit of a wobble to a river like this. Alright, these are glitching out mega. So I'll just try to tap them till they don't. Alright, that's a bit better, I think. And yeah, like I said, don't worry too much about the glitches. try to make a bit of a shape like that. Give it some randomness, maybe put some rocks inland as well. Maybe there's a bit of a little area like that over there. Just trying to make it a bit more randomish. It's not really random, of course, because my mind is making assumptions about how this would look like, what this would look like, and anything based on human ideas or any kind of ideas is by definition deterministic to a certain degree, I think. Though it's unpredictable, I suppose, so you could make a case for it being a certain kind of random, and I'm just going for a certain kind of random. Okay, my scroll wheel is just not wanting it today. Okay, when I unlock it, it works a bit better. Let's zoom in again. Yeah, these are the bright ones. I don't want the bright ones. Let's just do some flowers here. I'll just do some rough strokes here. I'm not entirely zoomed in, so this should keep some spaces in between them for other stuff. But let's just get some greenery in here and in here. And these are a bit yellow, and I think they combine pretty nicely with the more green bluish, or almost white, I think, some whiteness to it. And then I'll try to use some cattails. Yeah, cattails is probably smart. I think I scrolled past the cattails. I need to fix this mouse. Alright, I'm not really ready for seasonal, so let's just do some cattails around. I do believe cattails also can grow inland a bit. And let's just make a bit of an area where you have like a... Because the stream is mainly going in this direction, so you'd have some calmer water around here. So I think you'd have some more plants in the water over there. Maybe try to hide these rocks a bit, because I think I overdid it a bit. You can do this. Yeah, so here's some deader areas of the stream. This is a high flow area, so wouldn't be as many plants there. Maybe there's some over there. Yeah, I think that's coming together quite nicely. I think what it might want is some Spiraxis just sprinkled around. And over here there's this weird little area. I'll zoom in a bit. So let's just try to fill that out with some Spiraxis here. Maybe, if it wants to do that. I think it does. And yeah, I'll try to cover these little weird edges that come with the thing. And with the packbond stuff. Go. Might be weird to have so many flowers around, but the mayor of the city really likes flowers, is what I'm gonna roleplay it as. Or maybe it's not the mayor of the city, but the caretaker of the dam that really likes flowers. Or maybe it's just the area of the world where flowers are really common or something like that. Whatever. I'm just gonna assume that it makes sense to have all these flowers. And let's add some rye grass, just to give it a bit of a look for some areas where maybe a little bit of a brown touch might make some sense. It's mainly random what I'm doing here. It's just to break up the everlasting greenness of it all, and to add a bit of fur to it all, maybe. I don't know. I think it makes a bit of sense. I don't know what it would look like on water. Looks like a bunch of weeds. Yeah, I think that looks alright. Yeah, I'm not a vegetation expert, so that's why I tend to prefer to just do some random stuff like this. And that's a pretty decent looking riverbed, I think. And what I'll do next is add some feather grass here and there. Maybe over here there's a bit of a area where there's some more grassy, some tall feathery grass kind of stuff. Maybe over here as well. And then finally I'll just add some trees. I'll start with the large maple thingies, which are these, evergreen or seasonal. I'll just let it play till September. And then I'll just try to pause it right on the 1st of September, so I'll just go a bit slower over here, and then boom. Let's do some seasonal plants here. And this is pretty high up the mountain, so this many maples might not make sense. I'll sprinkle some other plants around as well though, just to give it a bit more color. And these are a bit closer to the river, which might be a source of heat, of warmth, making these plants more able to cope with the mountain weather, but I don't know. I think it's also got something to do with the density of oxygen in the air, maybe, that causes some trees to have more trouble high up in the mountains. So I have common spruces and I have subalpine firs. Let's compare them. Look okay, and common spruces also look okay. So let's just mix those in a bit. I don't know, I don't want to overdo it, because this whole area is not super densely forested, and I don't really want to redo the forestry. Let's just do some on this side as well. Don't want to have to redo the whole forestry thing. But it should look a bit more like a forest around here, so. What else do I have? I should have some more tree stuff. Subalpine forests. Don't know what that is. Okay, that's just undergrowth. Old growth forest, maybe. Just mix it in to get some taller trees around. Alright, I think that looks pretty cool. The edge of the trees is still a bit weird though, in my opinion. So let's try to blend that out a bit more, maybe with some green grass. Let's just sprinkle some green grass and then add some more of the yellow stuff, I think. Let's do some yellow stuff over here as well. Then some of these. Probably overdoing it with the MMPs here. What does this look like at night is my next question. Oh, pretty cool. And right, pretty cool. This is of course not really it's functioning as in making power, I think. Yeah, it's making power. It should be at the rate of a gas plant, which would be not the best rate. It's kind of expensive, I suppose. But then it's completely green, so maybe they didn't try to make it realistic, but just okay, I thought it would have a water connection, but I might have seen that in a different dam. Okay, so this is the hydro dam for now. The river is gonna go in this direction, and I don't know, maybe do a bit of a meandering kind of thing. Probably gonna be some houses or stuff around here, maybe some campsite or something. I hope you liked the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'd like to see you again. Goodbye.